Wait. I'll go.
Are you ready now?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to Markel Live TV. We're out here today, live today, coming from Tampa, Florida. But no other than our local Tampa artists named BML and Treydawg.
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir. You too, bro. Yes, sir.
BML, Treydawg, coming out of Tampa, Florida. BML, South Spring.
All right. So what we're gonna ask is, what first got you into music? Like, what I mean by that is like, what first got you prompted? Like, did you start it at a young age, or did you just start it when you like start seeing other artists like rapping?
I mean, shit. Me and my sister, big sister, used to be in the house, shit, baby, listening. MJG, bitch, I got 8 ball, that shit there. And we used to always have the instrumentals to that bit, feel me? I used to just be on that bit of rapping, you feel me? But I ain't never really take it serious at that point in time, you feel me? So a couple years later, like 2017, my auntie had not passed, and that shit, like, it took a toll on me, you feel me? So, and I was already like in the streets, you feel me? So it's like, okay, boom, I got shit to talk about, you feel me? I'm gonna talk about my life, but I'm gonna talk about, you feel me, day-to-day shit, I'm gonna talk about, you feel me?
Yeah, because some other artists, they go through that. They have an impact on when they family members out or when they listen to an old school legend, and that changed their mindset. So that's why I asked you what first got you into music, instead of like, oh, like how did you start in music? Like, did you somebody put you on, or was it a cultural impact? So that's why I asked you first, like what first got you into the music too. So, but that's good to hear though, that you started when you was young with your sister. So now that you just taking off, you really taking it serious now. Now that you've seen a lot of things that impacted your life, and I'm glad to hear that. Like coming from a local Tampa artist, especially when you come from South Spring, it's kind of hard to come up from that area and maintain with doing to violence, where we come from, where the Deltos, where drugs sell at. So it's like a lot of culture impact has changed our lives. And another thing I would ask you is like, what inspired you to make music? Like, what I mean by that example, like, who inspired you to make music? Like, I know you just told me like with your auntie passing away, and I know with your other like fallen victims, like family members, like,
I ain't mean to cut you off, but I see like people that be around me, you feel me? People who I see like going through shit, you feel me? People who I see down or even up, you feel me? If I feel like if I could go in there and real deal, you feel me? Talk about like, you feel me, like I was saying, like real shit, you feel me? People gonna relate, you feel me? They ain't gonna have no choice but to relate.
What up? What's going on, school?
So it's like shit. I mean,
it's just all
like,
based off of.
Yeah, it's just like, that's like, okay, boom, I'll be around you, and you might got a story to tell, but you can't tell your story right. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna say tell your story right, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it, because sometimes people don't like to express their feelings because they think people will use that advantage towards them, and then they'll bring that up. Then they'll use that as a weakness, and then that show that your sign of weakness. Oh, so this is weak mind, so we're gonna take advantage of that. We're gonna run with it, instead of you just keeping quiet and you just rap about it or sing about it to your lyrics.
And guess what? Say if you don't do it, I'll do it for you, bro. You feel me? You feel me? Like, that just inspired me to even go harder, you feel me? Like, so if I see, like, I don't know, it's just a lot, you feel me?
It's a lot of things, a lot of thoughts that you have to carry on to that music scene with so much weight on your back, to the point where you just like, instead of, locking myself in the room, crying, I'm just going to the studio, let me just write my pain on paper and lyrics.
Express my feelings. Yeah.
And that's how most rappers is nowadays. Instead of, like, for example, like my brother-in-law, he passed away when he got killed 3 years ago, Malik. My brother, instead of us locking ourselves in the room, my brother went to the studio with his job, made a song for him to like rejoice his legacy, and he's still living on. Like, we haven't forgot about him. We just be busy, and like to this day, we still like our daddy. We still keep the legacy alive to this day. So it's like a lot of stuff that we go through in life and happens for a reason. And God don't put us on the earth for no reason. Like, it's a reason why we're here. It's a purpose why we're here. So we just gotta continue their legacy and keep the music from them. That's all we have to do. Just pray about it. Next question is, how would you describe the music you typically create on a daily basis? The music, like, daily basis, like, do you do like drill, hip, like I do pain, like I do pain, you feel me?
I'm overcoming, but that's what I've been through so much to the point where it's that, you feel me? I ain't got, I still got shit left in the basket to tell y'all, you feel me? So I ain't, you feel me? I ain't gonna just switch off the pain right now. I gotta
Right, yeah.
Keep that going.
I gotta stay consistent with it.
Because all you know is pain. All you know is pain, and it's like it's none you ever think about. Like you can make, like you said, you can make love songs, good songs, but all you got right now is like pain. You gotta write into that lyric, write into that music. People gonna understand. Okay, well, it's the artist that we like. It's the artist that we like to see instead of switching up. Cause a lot of artists they switch so they float, and it's like some people don't even like that. They like for artists to stay who they is instead of wanna sing 1 minute then wanna rap.
That's me. I'm versatile, but yes sir, I sing more. You feel me? Yes sir. Don't get me wrong. I can rap, but I sing more. You feel me? That's just how I express myself in the studio. It's just me. Like I ain't got nobody flow. You feel me? No nothing. It's just me. Yes sir.
What are your creative process like? What I mean by creative process like is like, do you have like a team behind you? Do you have a support system? Do you have like somebody that constantly like always text you, phone call you, hey Trey, you're gonna be able to get up, make that music studio, like unlock yourself in the room, unlock yourself, put yourself down. And do you feel like you have a support system behind you, a good team? Yes sir, yes sir. And like
BML, are you? By my lonely one,
yes sir. And what you mean by my lonely is like how did that label start? Like how did all that start?
I mean, still not a stove, feel me? Still just a beat, feel me? Still just have something for the next day, feel me? I was doing that shit by my lonely. I had my dogs, you feel me? But shit, it's just us, you feel me? We by our lonely, like, but it's just basically me, you feel me? It's like,
because nowadays we got little jits who, like, ain't gonna lie, right now the world we living in is hard. Like with the coronavirus, with so much stuff going on, it's like we ain't got no other choice but to do what we gotta do to survive. Like, believe it or not, blacks got mostly target on it. White people, it's easy for them to come up in this world, oh hey, let me, can I borrow this? They borrow, or can we get like, we gotta struggle to get it. We gotta get out the trenches. And it's like for us, it's like we seen it all. We done been through it all. White people, they got it easier than us. For example, like when tax season came, they didn't know how to do that. But with black folks, it's like we got hooked onto it. Then we just started being the bigger head. It's like people don't understand. Like people stick together as a whole, as a black. Like people stick. Like no matter like I don't care what race you is, but it's mostly black people that is targeted by the police, by everything that's going on. So it's like I'm kind of glad that you even like share that with us because not everybody would know. What's the meaning behind BML by my lonely? Like, what does that mean? Like, why does he stand for that? Why he got that initial on his body? Why he got, you know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing you did share that with us in order for the world and the media to know, BMLF by my lonely means what you just told us. So it's a good thing you did told us that.
It is good to be by your lonely anyway to do it. Be by yourself, self-care, tell us something.
Yes, sir. A lot of people snitch up.
Feel me? So it's best to be by your lonely. Like,
yes, sir.
It's best to be by your lonely.
Right. Yes, sir. All right. What artist from Florida would you most likely want to collab with? Like, I mean, Florida is like Orlando, Jacksonville, but what I mainly mean is like Tampa artists. Like, cause I know Duval and like other part of Florida, they got the rise on. Like they own the map. Like we got LA to go on the map, Road Boy, Duda, T9. We got a lot of artists on the map, but they not really like how people think we are. Like we still trying to be on the come up in the rise to put Florida on the map. So like, what artists will you most likely like collab with?
To be real, see, I got songs with my dogs already, like G, also Skate, Big Mike, to be real, I say I do want to do a little different.
And to that stitch, like, why would you want to collab with them? Like, you see a different point of perspective of you.
I see it like they consistent.
Yes, sir.
Consistent like this.
Yeah.
Not artists consistent with their music.
Feel me?
Yes, sir.
That should have made like it'll rub off on the next person. You feel me? Will make you go, you feel me,
Harder and dedicated and motivated to going to that next level. But them boys start off from nothing, and And none of them boys
I ain't gonna lie, they started like me.
Yeah, so now it's like them boys on the rise now. Now they doing song with bigger artists. I like that shit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, if you could go open a show for any artist, what artist would it be, and why would that moment be so special to you?
Shit, I'll say Dirt though. Because I feel like either Dirt or Lucha. I feel like they'll feel me on a whole different level. They're like, from me performing to me rocking my legs to me feeling just being on stage, like it's gonna be a whole different level. You feel me? I'm taking shit to the extreme. You feel me? Like not taking it to the extreme just to show out, but taking the extreme just to show you like this is what I want to show your talent, show that you're home. Yeah, like this is what I want to do. Like so, this is what I mean. This shit for a reason. You feel me? Ain't getting for nothing.
And when you rap, do you get like a comparison towards like you sound like any other artists in the rap game?
They said Dirk and Lucha, like I say I'm just me. They're doing you just me. And then I got my own flow, own style. You feel me?
That's all it could be. And that's why I try to tell people like not every artist is the same. Like trying to compare another artist to another artist that don't bring them nothing. That don't bring them nothing but bringing them down. You gotta like influence them or lift them or tell them, you know, they got their own different flow, they got their own different style in the rap game. Because if I sound like another artist, I'm gonna be like, well, you know, and I've been in the rap game since this year. And I'm still trying to progress in the rap game. So how do I sound like another artist just because they bigger than me? You feel me? So it's like, why would I want to be him instead of being myself? You know, so it's like
that's what a lot of things. When I got a lot of comparisons, I changed the way I was rapping, and I changed all of it. I was myself. When I went to myself, everything changed. Like I seen the growth, the elevation, you feel me? I just seen everything coming together. Like right, you feel me?
Alright, so like with the death of like your brother that passed recently and the death that just happened recently, like how did that like impact you as an individual? How did that like separate you from doing what you're doing now into like being a bigger person in life? Like some people, when somebody die, they always like be locked up in a room, stay on social media for so long, and they don't want to speak to nobody, and it brings them down. So how would that normally like impact you in life as an individual? Like, do that make you stronger, or do it still like bring like emotions to you?
When you brought it up, I got emotional self. I know, like at the end of the day, if I was gone, I want my dogs to be strong for me. You feel me? So I know they gonna want me to be strong for them. And then at the end of the day, I look at it as they got chicks. You feel me? So we gotta be strong for them at the same time. You feel me? They ain't gonna want to see us around all the time. You feel me? Yeah, I get emotional. I feel me, lock myself.
Everybody get emotional,
cry. You feel me? Because I miss my dogs. But that's why I go to the studio. You feel me? That's why I embrace myself to write. You feel me? Do what I do. Like is for them and keep it going. You feel me?
Got to.
Yes, sir. And that's the same way how I felt when I lost my daddy. Like I was in school when that happened. And I'm 15, probably 9th grade, 10th grade. And it's like, it shocked me because I'm like, my dad out of everybody? You know what I'm saying? So to this day, it still brings me down, but it's like, you're looking over me. I gotta stay strong for my daughter, my niece, my brother.
How you like
thinking,
you feel me? It's just how you thinking to a whole nother level, like, you feel me? Deeper than what you just, you feel me, what people thinking, like. That shit how you distant from everybody, you feel me? Don't want to talk to nobody, like.
That's why.
That shit how you real deal.
And that's why I stay to myself. Like, everybody like, why you be around group of crowds? Why you don't promote? I promote, but I promote in a smart way. I keep my circle as who I select with, like my band down with my brothers. I know they ain't gonna change. You know what I'm saying? You go to E-board, you never won't happen to you. You could be on live, one minute, the next minute you know you gone. Like to be honest, Long Lil J he was live on E-board, like before he even died. Next thing you know, they very seven in the bed. That's why I'm like, you gotta keep your distance. You gotta know who you surround yourself with, because people nowadays, they so naive and
caught up in a lot of shit. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
It was just like I said, it's just best to be by your own. You feel me? If be around your selected few, you feel me? You know you gon' ride, you feel me? That shit based on loyalty. It ain't that. What we run each other for.
Right.
Yes, sir. Because yeah, we can make money together and all that, but that, if you ain't got no loyalty within this shit, then it's like, you can cost me any day. I can leave $50 around you, I can leave 10 grand around you, but get what? I can leave a fake 10 grand, but leave a real 50. You feel me? You gonna go for that fake 10 grand, but not knowing it's fake. You feel me?
Instead of trying to take what's real.
You feel me?
They so hungry, naive.
You feel me? So you just gotta watch who you surround yourself with. It's like you gotta play chess. You feel me? You gotta play chess. You feel me? You gotta play chess, but if not, you gonna get fucked over every time.
Every time you, and that's why
it's like you're gambling with yourself.
And that's why you don't surround yourself with new people, because you don't know who to trust, especially after you've been through so much in life. It's like, who do I trust? Should I trust you, or should I just stay to myself? Should I get new friends? Me, I could have been bigger than what I am, but I'm smarter as I got older. I'm wiser and smarter now to know, okay, certain things in life is not for me. To go out, clubbing no more. I got a daughter already.
What up?
That just turned 4, like every 18. Then I got a niece, nephews. I got family to live for, so it's like, how would that impact me being selfish? Because I'm mad because I can't go out to the Evo or the club instead of just being a father, being responsible as a adult. I might be 26, so it's like I have to think way out of the box, thinking in the box, and trying to go out clubbing, partying. That shit is big. So that's why I started this podcast to get more information from people who I know in the city that deserve recognition, that deserve like what they believe in. Because I believe in everybody in the city. I believe everybody got talent, but it's just some artists. I feel like they get the bigger, they get the bigger head, and they think, oh well, I'm bigger than this artist. All us the same. We come from the same background. Y'all just know the right people. You know the right producer. You know the right DJ in the club, and y'all got already connections.
Even though that shit be good though, you know what I mean? It be good, but yeah, man, once you get in that big head with the shit, it's all it is. Yes, sir. What I do is just keep on grinding on that, bro. You feel me? What I do, bro, that shit gonna motivate me even harder. It make me think smarter.
And some artists in Florida, they be charging like I said, like some artists who on an upcoming scene in the rap game, when they get booked for shows, like they charge $500 for a feature. Like, do you think that's a reasonable price? Do you think too? Like, do you think it should be?
Shit, if I'm just coming up, I mean, see me personally, I've been rapping for 3-4 years now. You feel me? I got all my business together, everything. You feel me? So I charge $2 for a feature, $5 for a show. You feel me? Out of town, I need to start.
Yeah, if you out of town, and you don't know the promoters. So it's like, and really like, to be honest,
really want more than that, but that's the lowest thing going. You feel me?
Yeah, like I said, I respect your hustle because as an individual, you started this by my lonely. So nobody else has started, and like also he started BA for him, broken for me. So I respect that. I respect artists from my way. I respect artists.
His brother.
So it's like maintain too as well. So it's like I respect that. And to be honest, it's like if we all could get together, going out there all together, and you know I come over there and interview every artist. I feel like we'll be on the map. Like Soul Springs will be on the map. Like we'll outshine every. It ain't no competition, but it's just like I feel like my hood. I feel like my hood deserves more recognition than what people than what we get. Because we not even really. I feel like we get disrespected. To be honest, as artists, as individuals, like you deserve way more recognition than what people. Oh, who is BML Treydawg? I feel like that's a disrespect because you're not big enough in the rap game. But as long as you know who you is, as long as you know, okay, you know what I'm saying. I got views on YouTube. I'm representing myself, my brand, my logo. That's all that should matter. And that should make you go stronger and harder than what other people think. Oh, you know what I'm saying. So with that being said, like there's negative like comments like have an impact on you in life, or do that just make you go stronger?
Sometimes I don't even look at comments really. So they gonna talk regardless, you feel me? Everybody gonna talk regardless. So I just leave that to them. Y'all got that much energy to say that, man.
And there ain't no point.
There ain't no point. If you do what we, so I just keep it moving, bro. So I don't get my energy to that shit. I don't be having the energy for it. I can feed into it, but why? It ain't gonna get me nowhere.
Besides from the same place arguing with that same individual, and I could just use that negative comment in my rap lyric.
Feel me? Put that to use. Put it to use, bro. So you get me wrong. I got rapping shit, which, you know, but I ain't gonna forget that, you feel me? That's what I get to.
Alright, well, what fallen members from South Spain would you like to have back, like the ones that you miss the most, like that?
Keith, fella.
Yes, sir. And were they related to you, or were they like
Fella was
that you
like
looked up to?
a bit feel me? He was a bit feel me? It was like family, but it was a bit dog, you feel me? Like Keith was family. Feel me? Fella was a bit dog.
I know I moved back to South Springs 2013. My mom moved us over there because of where the area was getting to gun violence. And when I moved back, you know, I ain't really know Mari, but when I moved back, all I heard was R.P. Mari. And it was like, I ain't knew him, but since he was from my way, it's like, it kind of took a toll on me because it's like he was young at the time. And then it was like, like it looked familiar, but then again, it's like, I don't really know him, so I ain't really post him like that. For example, like with King, I know King like personally. Yeah. And when King died, that really took the impact. It really took the impact on me. So it's like, really, Dirty,
a couple of them
boys that died, it was like, that it really took impact on us because it's like, dang, why we lose so many members from outside when, you know, it's just like, but never question God why he take the toughest soldiers and put them in up in the sky. Why is not they looking down on us? They looking at us by example, by leaders as the ones that's already here on earth, especially the little ones. So we gotta keep on striving for greatness and keep it moving and realize, okay, we here for a reason, we here for a purpose. It's not that we, like the devil, he try to come and destroy us all types of ways, but it's up to us to, okay, pray, read the Bible. If not, just keep striving, just keep going for greatness instead of looking back towards the past and look towards the future. Because believe it or not, we got a bright future ahead of ourselves. We just wait on that moment to come. We just waiting, okay, well, God, we ain't gonna show up. God ain't gonna never tell you we ain't gonna show up. You just gotta keep striving, and I don't know what He's gonna show up and show out. So that's all we have to do is just continue striving for greatness and keep the legacy on. All we have to do. What are the biggest obstacles you have encountered in life while continuing this journey as an artist? What type of advice would you give to the other artists that's want to come up in the rap scene? And what motivation would you give them to keep striving for better instead of doubting themselves?
I've been through some shit like we want to be a manager, but in the process of that, you want me to sign some paperwork.
You trying to be grimy, like 50-50 type.
Yeah, man. But we holler at each other, you feel me? Not like that. So what's it gonna be? You manage me, you feel me? And everybody want a piece of the pie. Especially if they see his money. You do, man. So I love to talk Oscar there. I mean, I done been through a couple of them situations like that, you feel me? So, but just with them alone, I tell any artist, you feel me, you can really do that shit by yourself. It's just something you feel me, on what you gonna do about it, you feel me? Right, how you go about it, you feel me? Because
some of these labels, when they want to sign artists be showing the rush to sign instead of reading the blueprint. They understanding, okay, if I sign this, I'm gonna get 50 out of it. Now I'm getting 25% because you're thinking about shows, the tour dates, the clothes, the money that you did, your album, and your royalties. So you're not really seeing the money. So it's best to stay independent as an artist. I know some artists right now, like Rod Wave, for example, he can't release no music because the contract he in right now. He was independent, but now look at him now. Can't release no music because of the contract that he didn't sign. People be so ready to sign because they won't get out of that poverty, they won't get out of that hole of stop struggling. But it's better to be an independent artist because you're independent on all your money. Just like King Von, he owns all his royalties.
They can't tell you in the drop, that's like me. I own all my shit.
That's real.
Everything.
That's real because now a lot of people own their music or royalties to the music. Some people like to copyright their beats. Little you know it, it's like, this is mine. Like, you ain't produced this, because I already had a producer. For example, like Chris So. I give that man props. He really looking out for the city. He's too hard. Like, shout out Chris So.
That's my boy, man.
That man right there, he really putting on the city.
Chris So, Blackberry,
all them boys.
Jet
Fade.
all them, man.
All them boys really putting on for Tampa, so I feel like with them right there, I feel like they paved the way for most producers in the city because we ain't really had no big time producers like DJ Swift. He was the only one that we heard. And then we started getting Jet Fade, Blackberry, Crystal, man. There's many more producers, but them the ones that I really seen that's putting on for the city and not old. You know what I'm saying? Let me think about it. Like, they ain't gonna read your DM or just tell you no. They gonna either think about it, they gonna let you know the same day. Okay, we can work this out. If not, we can do it another time. How much you charge for a feature? How much you charge for a feature? And they'll give you a original price, so I can respect because them boys back. Them boys got artists that's on the radar up here. So it's like, I respect their hustle. I respect every artist hustle as what they doing in the industry. Because it's like, for example, with all this beef going on in the industry, it's like, it's not worth it. Like, the G-Money situation, him and Youngboy, that situation could have been handled way different. But it's like, people get a bigger head of who they is, then when they see that other artists on the come up in the rise, they take them out their glory. So it's like, everybody should work together as an artist. Nobody should be hating nobody, no matter what city you're from. Silver Springs, 43rd, 32nd, 34, Robles. It don't matter what city, it don't matter what hood you're from. Everybody should work together because that's how we gonna eat as a city. That's how we gonna put ourselves on the map. And they gonna start coming to Tampa and take us serious as independent artists. So I feel like we really need to work on that as artists and producers and podcasters. Instead of, being scared to go to this hood because we beefing with this hood. It shouldn't be like that. Everybody should come together and just shake hands and that'd be so good because I don't beat. I'll go win that. That's good. You don't be on none of that crazy stuff. It's cool. I'll give that to that's good. Man, that's good. No, because some people, they be in so much beef, and when they do leave that beef alone, straight life alone, come back to hunt them and like retaliate them, and next thing you know, they thinking everything good in the streets. Next thing you know, they end up dead or they end up in the hospital or in prison doing life. A whole situation that happened in life, but that could have been left alone from 5 years ago. So it's like, it's good to know that you ain't no beef and you just keep your music going and you striving for better instead of worse than taking that. You take that negative comments and you feed it into your music. But some artists, they don't do that. They really, they just be getting stuck. They like, well, how can I better myself? Better yourself up on that studio. So take that negative comment, put it in the studio. And that's good. And before we wrap this up, is there anything you'd like to tell any artists or a podcast of like what you got planned?
Hey man, y'all go follow me first of all, BML Treydawg. I got apparel on the way, shirts, shorts, feel me, apparel on the way. 2 mixtapes on the way. I ain't gonna tell y'all when, but
and how much would the apparel, like how much would the shirts and
the shirts going for 20. The pants going for 25. So 45, 50 for everything.
Yeah, that's reasonable price because some people they charge an arm and a leg for more, but you really putting your brand out there. So I respect that as a hustler. I really respect that. So, like I said, this will wrap up Markel Live TV. Thank you for having me, BML Treydawg. I appreciate Y'all stay tuned for part 2 coming soon. All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Say that. Alright.
That's good. I remember your ass running around some friends.
Hey, Key, how you start this? Hey, come here, Cuzzo. How you start this, Cuzzo?
Y'all not with that shit. That's how kick y'all. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, wait, you stop it right.
And I edited.
Stop it.